Hi, my name is Jacob Flannagan, and this is my final project, concurrent Blackjack game. The goal of this project is to build a client-server Blackjack game where multiple players can connect at the same time over TCP sockets. The server acts as the dealer and game manager, and each client is a player running in a separate terminal. It uses C, POSIX sockets, and P threads for concurrency. Here are the main files for my project. Server.c, the server program. This listens on a TCP port, accepts connections, creates a thread for each client, and runs the Blackjack game logic with that player. Here's the main file to set everything up. Okay, here is client.c. This is the client program. This connects to the server, reads messages from the server, and sends user input back and prints everything in the terminal. Okay, this is blackjack.h and blackjack.c. These handle all the card game logic, deck creation, shuffling, dealing cards, computing hand values, and formatting cards and hands as strings. This is blackjack.c. Blackjack.h. Okay. And this is my make file for this. This builds both the server and client programs with a simple make command. And then I also have a readme.txt that explains an overview of the whole game, some features, explains all the files, how to get it running, how to build it, yada yada yada, how to quit it, and how to play the game itself. The only limitations, or what I could fix, is it assumes text-based terminal clients only, may serialize certain operations instead of fully synchronized multiplayer rounds, no persistent storage of balance between runs. I could give more actions as in double down, split, or I could make it a GUI web-based front end, or I can make persistent accounts and statistics. This project follows a current client-server model. The server creates a listening socket and waits for incoming TCP connections on a port, for example, 5001. Every time a new client connects, the server accepts the connection and spawns a separate thread to handle that client. This allows multiple clients to play concurrently, each in their own thread, sharing the same process. Inside each client thread, we run a game loop for that player. We ask for their username, track their chip balance, and then each round we ask for a bet, deal the cards, let them hit or stand, and run the dealer's turn and update their balance. The server and client communicate using text messages over TCP, like enter username, enter bet, action. The client just reads those from the socket and prints them. Whatever the user types in the client is sent back to the server's plain text. All right, we're going to go back and we're going to talk about, in Blackjack.h, I define three main structures: card, deck, and hand. And I also declare helper functions like init deck, shuffle deck, and deal card, hand value, hand to string. In Blackjack.c, init deck fills the deck with all 52 cards. Shuffle deck uses a Fisher-Yates style shuffle with ran. Deal card returns the next card from the deck and automatically reshuffles if needed. Hand value calculates the blackjack value of a hand, treating aces as 11 and then converting them to 1 if the total is over 21. Hand to string builds a string-like AH10D so the server can show the hands nicely to the player. In server.c, the main function creates a listening socket on the port passed as a command line argument, binds and listens on that port. Then it goes into an infinite loop calling accept. For each new connection, it allocates an int, scores the socket file descriptor, and calls p thread underscore create with client underscore thread as the start routine. In the client thread function, runs per client, asks for a username, initializes a starting balance like 100 chips. It initializes and shuffles the deck for that connection, and it loops. Client.c file implements a very simple text client. It creates a socket, connects to the server using the IP and port given on the command line. It uses select to listen to both the STD in and the socket at the same time. All right, and now we're going to show a demo So we're going to set it up using... We're going to set it up using 2 players. Okay, so we're going to make /server 1. We set up the server. Server is started. And then we're going to connect on our other terminals. Okay. Now we are connected to those. And now we are going to okay, now we're in on this end. Now we are fully connected with 2 separate players, and we are asked for a username. Okay. Welcome to Concur Blackjack. Enter username. Hello. Starting balance is 100 chips, which is just the standard that I put for all of them. For here, we're just going to go... Okay. And you see we could play on the same server with 2 players at the same time. So for Flan, we're going to start with... we're going to do a $20 or a 20 chip. So we have a 7 of hearts and we have a jack of diamonds, which is 17. And the dealer has a 10 of spades. So we are going to, or I would stand here. So we're going to stand. And they hit a 20, which means just unlucky. We can continue playing. Also at the same time, we can go over here. Let's bet big, go 30 chips. We have a value of 13. I'm gonna hit here. And we busted, so we lost. Let's see if we can show a win. Oop, okay. Again, yes. Let's see if we can get a win to show. Okay, so we have a 20, so we're gonna stand here. And we won, plus 20 chips, and it tracks the amount of chips. So if we were to continue playing, we could go up in money, we could go down in money. I mean, it's not real money, but we can see that here. So yeah, that is my concurrent Blackjack final project. Thank you.